Alright, so on to the next game. This was my most recent game that I played this afternoon when I was eating lunch. So it's still kind of fresh in my mind. I did make a couple of mistakes because I was eating and I wasn't paying attention, but we will get into it. Okay. Starting hand, we have about 5 tiles that we need to cut from here. So let's see how this transpires. Okay, shapes are coming in. At this point, 2, 5. This is going to be your pair. So you know this one. You're not going to make a 1, 2, 3 shape. So you just cut this one, or you save it for later to toss for save tiles. Do I have all my shapes? 1 shape, 2 shape, 3 shape, 4 shape. I do not have all my shapes. I need something around this 7. Unless if this becomes 2 shapes. Unless I draw a 3, I draw a 5, I draw an 8. Okay, so this becomes 2 shape. Very good. This is actually a very good shape. If you have 5 numbers or 5 number tiles, you know, straight in a row, you can accept 3 tiles. You can accept the 2, you can accept the 5, you can accept the 8. So this kind of tile shape is very good. We are 1 from Tenpai, and we have a good tile to toss out in case if we need to fold, and even if we call Ricci, it's very unlikely that anyone's going to take this tile. I draw 3, Anything changed? No. But right player is making a lot of calls. You know, he's clearly going for a half flush. And I toss a 1 because there are a lot of 1s out. And I have the 2 3s, so it's very unlikely that he has a 2 and a 3. It's possible, you know, kind of pushing the limits a little bit. But in my mind, I have to toss. If I'm going to toss it, I have to toss it out now before I toss out this 9. This 9 is safer to toss later than it is to toss this 1 later. Oh, I drew a 4. That I'm scared to toss, so I had to break my hand. Right? I drew a 4. I'm too scared to toss this 4, so I will have to, even though I'm 1 from Tenpai, with a good, decent Ricci, Pinfu, Tanyao hand, I am scared to toss this 4, and it's also right next to the Dora. Let me check. Was he in? He's not even in Tenpai, but you know, that's the thing. You can never know. You have to play it safe. Oh, he got into Tenpai a few turns. Okay. There you go. Look, he won with a half flush Mongon. Yeah, good thing that wasn't us. Let's see. Oh, I have a lot of shiny tiles. I have 3 Doras in this hand. I am definitely push this hand. The only problems I see is that this 6 is my only pair, but I also want to use a 5 and a 6. So I do need to draw into another pair. Ideally one that's, I mean, if it's a 4, then fine, I'll take out the 2. If it's a 7, that would be good too. Okay, so this changes everything. Oh, this changes everything. Yep, now our pair is the 6, and we get to use the 5, 6, 7. The 1 is isolated. For efficiency reason, you would toss this 1, but for defense reasons, you would keep this 1 and you would toss this 7, because your shapes are set, right? You have 7, 8, 9, 1 shape, 2 shape, 3 shape, and then 4 shapes and the 5 shapes, the pair of 6 that's within this 5, 6, 6, 6, 7 shape. So save the 1 for later to toss as your save tile. Toss out the dangerous 7 first. And almost every shape has 1 door in it, which looks very good. Yeah, I'm never gonna use this because I do want to keep this 4. I do want this 2, 3, 4 shape. But maybe a part of me just wants to get into Tenpai. I think if I drew another 2, I just want to call Tenpai. I just want to call Ricci as fast as possible. Maybe, yeah. Ideally, I still get a 3, but now I'm not playing defense anymore. Now I'm just going for the highest tile acceptance. Oh, drew 2 9s. Okay, alright, so I drew into something. I did not call Ricci because this is such a bad weight, right? There's only 3 out, and it's right next to the Dora, and I didn't. When you call Ricci and you toss out like this tile, it's kind of obvious that you're waiting around this tile. You could be waiting on like the 1 or the 3 or a 4, because you see how I cut it from the shape from the 2 2 4s. Yeah, so I didn't want to call Ricci on this tile. Maybe the next turn. Yeah, I called Ricci. At this point, I'm like, you know what? I have to take a chance on winning, even if it's a bad weight. Okay. Took the 5. Am I scared a little bit? Not because this 5 was safe. Nothing I can do about it. But oh, this scared me. I drew a 4, and I tossed it because I'm in Ricci. This could have resulted in a really poor situation. But I have 3 Doras with Ricci. That's almost a Mangan, and I really want to push it. Someone calls a con. Yeah, he called a con. Well, I'm in Ricci. Why not? But I didn't win. I did not get the win for that, sadly. Okay, new hand. 1 1 2 2 3. Almost pure straight. This good shape. 6 6, very likely to be our pair. 7 9, if we can get an 8, this will look good. 5 and 8 are redundant, probably toss out the 8. This might actually be my first toss instead of the white, because the white is a safer toss later, and I might draw another white. Yeah, so I tossed the 8 first. I drew this into a triplet. I could make this a pair and then toss out the 9 and wait on a 5 and 8. Okay, I'm going for efficiency. I'm still holding on to this 9. Possibly because I don't see a situation where I use it. Even if I draw the 8, I'm not going to keep a 6 6 6 7 8 9, and then I don't have a pair. I do have a pair, but then I have to break up this 1 1 2 2 3 3 shape. But I'm keeping my hand flexible a little bit. I tossed out the 5. Are my shapes set? Yeah, I'm never gonna use this 5 because I have a lot of shapes going on already. You just want to get rid of it as soon as you can so you don't hold on to it. It seems to me, even though it's not clear cut which shape it is, I do know that I'm not going to use this 5, so I had to cut it. Okay, 5 6 7 6 6, and then we just need a 1 1 2 2 3 3, and then we need a 5 6 7. Very ideal. Is it actually? No, I just need a 3 or a 6, which is not too hard to ask. If I draw a 4, that's a Dora. If I draw a 2 that can accept a 4, that's still pretty good. So lots of tiles that we can accept. I made a call. Yeah, I made a call here. Likely in my mind, I just wanted to win as fast as possible again. I only have 2 terminal tiles, and they're both cut once by the other players, so I had 2 safe tiles to toss if I do open my hand. Yeah, that's likely my thought process. I wanted to go faster. I didn't want to wait for the 3 and the 6. So that's what happened. In hindsight, we are still Ishan 10, right? Even before here. If I drew a 3, I would be tenpai. Yeah, so this hand is already an Ishan 10 depending on what I draw. If I draw a 3, if I draw a 6, I would be in tenpai. So this hand was already Ishan 10. After making that call and tossing out the 2 1s, it doesn't change anything in terms of my progress, but it does help me have 2 safer tiles to toss and slightly, I don't know if it's faster or not. It might not be faster. It just feels faster because you can accept other people's tiles. I'm folding at this point. I have nothing safe to fold with. I drew into this, lucky, very lucky. I had nothing to fold against the cross player. This, you know, you can think 5. 5 is Suji to the 8, but this is a door 5, and I really don't want to give the door 5. And the 5 is next to the door 4, so I'm not cutting that. So I got lucky that I got a safe tile to toss. And then the next safest thing to toss was probably the thing that's closest to terminal tiles, which is the 2. And they cut it 1 time. Yeah, so I'm gonna cut the 2. It passed. The 9 is the safe one. Yep. I cut the 2 again because that's just an. The 8 is safe, but at this point now I'm getting greedy. I'm trying to actually get into tenpai, possibly even win. Safe tile, very good. Okay, and they call sumo. Great. Oh, dealer mangan. Basically a dealer mangan. Well, at least we didn't feed someone. At least we didn't feed someone. Alright, this hand, wow. 1 block, 2 block, 3 block, 4 block, and now we need a 5th block somewhere. We do possibly have 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8 Dora, and we get a 6 or an 8. We can try. Oh, we got an 8. Wow, we got the Dora. 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I should cut the 4, but I might have made a mistake and cut the 7. Oh yeah, because I have a double-sided weight here. Yeah, I mean, I really wish I drew a 6 or an 8. But this will do. No Sanshoku, but I do have Tanyao. No Pinfu also. Fast hand. Look, 4 turn. Call Richi. Why not? With 2-sided weight. Not the biggest hand, right? 3 Han. You know, I like 3 Han. 3 Han. Okay. So where am I? I am in 2nd place. I am behind 1st place by 20,000 points. Very unlikely to catch. I mean, the game's just starting, but you know, 20,000 point difference. Kind of rough. I am dealer. I just want to win a fast hand. I see, you know, the Yaku for the whites, and I have 1 Dora. I'm going for it. Actually, I might greed. I have 1 pair, 2 pair, 3 pair. What happened here? I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had 5. I have 5 pairs here. I could just wait and go for 7 pairs. However, I have a Dora tile. I'm not sure if I want to wait on a Dora tile with 7 pairs, and I'm not sure if I want to cut a Dora tile. So instead, I chose to pwn the white and probably make this into a 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4 shape, or just make it into a 2, 3, 4 and toss the other ones. Unlikely. I could have also gone all triplets. No, so I cheat, yeah. Ideally, I was hoping to get a 4. I was hoping that someone would toss a 4 and then I can get an extra point. But they tossed a 1, and since I'm dealer, I just want to win as fast as possible. I already have 2 Hans here. 2 Han dealer. Not bad. Could have been better, yes. But I prefer... Oh, I'm folding. Yep. Oh, I just realized that they called Ricci. So they call Ricci. What am I doing here? I'm in Tenpai. I don't have anything to fold with. You just have to push at this point. Yeah. 2 is closer to the terminal, so pushing with that one. He tossed a bunch of 1s, hoping that he doesn't need a 2. 4 is Suji to the 1. Kind of safe. Kind of. Just a little bit. 8 is Suji to the 5. So I could toss that. 6 is the 6 safe. 6. Someone tossed a 9 before and they didn't take it. So they don't have a 7-8. So it's possible. You're right. 6 is Suji to 9. Possible that the 6 passes. Oh, I don't toss it. I break my hand. I guess I did not believe that the 6 was safe, and I broke the hand. Let's see what they actually were waiting on. They're waiting on a 5 and 8. I have 2 8s in my hands. But yeah, I could kind of guess that it was a bamboo tile, and I just didn't feel safe tossing the 6. The 9 was tossed before, so that's fine. I don't feel safe tossing the 6 because they could be waiting on a 3-6. They didn't take a 9, but they could be waiting on a 3-6. The 2 I tossed before, so at this point I'm... Greed. Greed. The game gives you Tenpai, your dealer, you take the little risk. You take the slight risk, and you deal in. This is the second time I lost on a 8 of bamboo. Okay. East 4, next hand. 3 tiles that you don't really want. So let's see how they fix. 4 tiles that you don't want. Oh, okay. Everything shaped up nicely. We don't have a pair, but we do have 2, 3, 4, 5. So our pair could be the 2, could be the 5. And we possibly could have a 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5 Sanshoku. Are we lucky enough to get it, though? No. No, it changed a little bit. Well, maybe still. We still don't have a pair. So it depends. If we draw a pair, if we draw... You know, if we draw a 2, the Dora, that would be the best possible scenario. I wouldn't even call Ricci. If I draw this 2, would I call Ricci? I can't win on the other 2, but I can win on the 5. Actually, no, I could win on this other 2 because I have Pinfu. Yeah, but if I win on the 5, I have Sanshoku Pinfu. Now I have Tanyao. Now I have Pinfu, Tanyao, possible Sanshoku. If I draw the other Dora. I didn't draw the other Dora. I did draw a 5, so now I call Ricci. 8 immediately call Ricci. Decent weights. Yeah, decent good weights. I have Tanyao, Pinfu, Ricci, 2 Doras. No Sanshoku, sadly, but good call. Sumo, one extra. Haneman. And that's, oh, so I'm catching up. I'm actually catching up to first place. I'm almost there. We're now in the South game. We have a lot of character tiles and they're all kind of connected. 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. So we need a 2 or a 5, 8, 8, 9, 7, 9, 9. Obviously these are gonna go, how many pairs do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 pairs, possibly 5 pairs, right? possibly we can get a 5th pair. No, but we keep drawing these character tiles. Are we gonna go for a flush? I don't think so. We didn't even consider the half flush. What's... Oh, we already have 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. We do have 5 pairs. I am trying to keep 7 pairs alive. So that's why I'm tossing this way. Should I have kept this? Well, I saw that it was cut once time already, right? So there's the chances of me drawing a 3 or a 7 is much higher than me drawing another south, but I did draw another south. But that's just how it is. If I drew a 7 here, I could use it and cut one of these two. This has to be my pair then, right? If I draw a 7, I would probably cut this 7, the 7 bamboo over here, and just go for a regular hand with the pair straight. Oh, see, I paired up. Keeping the 7 pair alive is a good choice. And now I am waiting on a terminal tile. The chances of someone tossing a 9, high. It is quite high. I have 2 8s. I see 1 7 tossed. There's a good chance that people can't even use the 9 and that they might come out. I had to really think, do you want to call Ricci or not? Because I'm waiting on a terminal tile, I'm calling Ricci. If this was not a terminal tile, if this was like a 5 of circles, then I probably would not have called this Ricci. Someone makes a call, okay. Someone else calls Ricci, okay, so now I'm praying. I drew a 3, and they tossed a 6 before, so I feel kind of safe. And then I sumo my own 9. Another Hanemon. Look, see, when you have 7 pairs and you call Ricci, the chances of you getting 2 Orodoras it's not high, but if you get any Orodora, it's guaranteed to be 2 Orodoras. So you will either get, what is it, 5,200, or you get 12,000. That's usually how 7 pairs work. Yeah. Did I get lucky? Yep. I got lucky with the sumo. But I felt like someone would have tossed it anyways, hopefully. So now I'm in the lead. A cross player has only 1,000 points. Best thing to happen, I win 1,000 point off of him, end the game right now, I secure first place. That's the best thing to happen. At the same time, I do not have to even play, I just have to not lose. Or I just have to not lose any big hand and keep the game going. This hand had so many honor tiles that I didn't know if I should just go for like a half flush. Probably not, because these are all very useless tiles. If this was like a south or something, then maybe. I tossed a 7. I think at this point I just wanted to get rid of I just didn't want to play the game. I was like, oh, I could possibly even go for 13 Orphans starting with this hand, and then just fold everything later, because I don't have to risk anything. But no, in the end I did start just playing a normal hand. I'm tossing out all the honor tiles. Looks like a half flush in the bamboos suddenly. I'm just waiting to get a south or a red. So many terminal tiles. So I'm making calls, right? I made 1 call. This south, I have two Han for me for that. I have Adora and I have a red. This is a dealer Mangon. Once again, dealer Mangon, I have a safe tile to toss for later. Once I get into Tenpai. I had to toss this now because they just called Ricci and I drew a Dora tile. So suddenly, you know, the plan kind of failed. They call Ricci, I draw a dangerous tile, I am cutting my safe tile. This tile is in my hand specifically for this reason, so that I can cut it when someone calls Ricci, and I have a fallback plan. So I cut this, and then the next things that I would cut, probably the reds. Probably cut the reds, and then if I still have to cut more things after that, the 6, right? He tossed the 9, he tossed the 3, the 6 is Suji, right in the middle. Should be safe. And then I can maybe toss these 4s, because he tossed the 7. So I could toss out my entire hand pretty much except for this red 5 and this Dora. I would not give him the Dora. Yeah, so I'm just breaking up the everything. I'm tossing the reds. The 8 is safe, yep. And I especially don't, well, you know, left player is dealer and also the person that's closest to me. I especially do not want to give him any points from me because that makes the difference between us come even closer. And yeah, just try to fold the best that I can. I definitely don't want to, I'll lose to anyone else. I don't want to lose to left. Okay, yep, kept drawing some red. Safe tiles, good. The 2, yeah, the 2 was recently tossed. Yeah, so I made it out alive. He won on the last tile. He won on the last tile. Very good. Yeah, he wasn't Ricci. Okay, so he made a comeback from his 1,000 points. Now I cannot bankrupt him. But that's okay. I am the dealer. I actually don't want to play. I just want this game to move on. I don't want to keep my dealership because if someone else sumos, I have to pay the fine. I'm already in first, right? I don't want to keep winning small hands to prolong my dealership. I did make a call, but I think that's because I felt like my hand is pretty close. Right? I have 1 shape, 2 shape, 3 shape, 4 shape, 5 shapes. My 5 shapes are already here. And I can make a call. 1 from 10 pi, am I? No, 2 from 10 pi. Oh, this was my mistake. This was a mistake. Because I was eating and I didn't realize that I had another 9. I didn't realize I had 2 9. Was this a mistake? Oh no, this was not the mistake, sorry. I'm just going for a half flush here. I realized that I pwned this white a little early. I didn't want to just win with 1 Han and prolong my dealership. So my thought process is that I would rather just not win, but if I'm gonna win, I wanted to have 2 more Hans, basically. I'd rather win with half flush white than just win with just white. I'd rather do not win. But I drew a red 5 that I didn't want to toss. And then, yeah, I matched up the red 5. So now, I'll take the white dragon 1 Han and the Dora 1 Han instead of white dragon, half flush, 3 Han. So I'm settling. I don't want to toss this red. I drew a 9. I tossed a 9. Okay, yeah, I'm not chasing this half flush anymore. 1 3 5 is a good shape, but if I draw 1 2 3, I'm not cutting this 5, so no point in keeping this 1. I drew a 6. Ooh, see, if I kept the 9 and I kept the 6, I could have been super close, but do I really want to risk tossing this 5? I don't. At this point in the game, I do not want to risk anything. I am in first place, and I just want the game to move on. 1 2 3. Okay, I'm now in 10 pi. I'll take the win if it comes, yes. Yeah, I'm just tossing tiles. I don't think anyone was really ready, so I'm just tossing. If anyone calls Ricci, I toss the West probably, or whatever tiles that they have. Okay, they call Ricci. Yeah, they call Ricci. They tossed the West before. I'll toss the West. I am not risking anything. Yep, one is safe against this player specifically, and West is probably safe against everybody, so I'm saving it for a little bit later. Oh, I drew 3 West. Okay, so I have 3 safe tiles to toss for the rest of the game. Again, I don't even want to be in Tenpai. If this game was to draw, I don't want to be in Tenpai. I don't want the dealership to stay on my turn. I just want to move on. Yeah, and just fold. Fold. Yep, fold. No problem. No problem. Anything dangerous? No. Looks like pretty regular hands. Alright, so South Fork, last game. Again, I don't want to risk anything. I don't want to play. So, but I'm still playing regularly, right? I'm not tossing out like middle tiles for no reason, but I do want to keep a fair amount of safe tiles in my hand. I don't want to give them any dangerous tiles. I have 1 shape, 2 shape, 3 shape, 4 shape, 5 shape. So I have my 5 shapes. I kind of even might have like a 7, 8, 9 Sanshoku. But anything that I can use to just end this game fast, I will. But at the same time, I don't want to take any risk. I'm breaking this 8, 9 shape to have a pair of Wests. Probably because I want this pair of Wests to cut later. I'm like, okay, let me just cut the 8 and the 9 first, because they're slightly more dangerous, and then I can toss this later once things look scary. I drew 4 twos. However, I do not want to con because I don't want to give anyone, you know, crazy insane points. You know, suddenly this triple South, they all start glowing. They all start shining and they all become doors. Yeah, I don't want to do that. So, but at the same time, I'm also scared to toss this too. So I'm not gonna con it and I'm not gonna toss it. I'm just gonna hold on to it. And then suddenly my hand just starts looking like 7 pairs, even though I have 4 of the same tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? I have 4 different pairs in my hand. But I'm gonna keep tossing tiles until, you know, someone, if a cross player, if he would, like, he's making something, I don't even mind dealing into him. If I knew what he wanted, I would deal it into him. But at the same time, I don't want the dealer to win, and then we have another round, which gives the left player a chance at winning against me. So yeah, so I'd be careful. I don't mind losing a hand to a cross just to end this game. If it's a small hand, right? Because he opened his hand already. I don't see any doors here. He might just be going for any one-han hand just to try to get 3rd place because he's only 400 points behind. So that's probably his logic, and I don't mind giving him that one-han hand. I just don't know how to do it safely without losing to dealer or the left person. So I'm just holding on to the tiles in my hand. Oh, I made a con here. Yeah, oh. Okay, I made a con here because I was holding on to the 4. I was holding on to these 4 twos, and then suddenly I draw another West. So if I toss the 6, this hand looks like all triplets, but they're all concealed. So 4 concealed triplets is a Yakuman. I now have a chance to win with a Yakuman. So now I'm doing crazy, dumb things, right? Do not con. When you're so far ahead, you do not want to con, but because I have a chance at a Yakuman, I'm gonna con and pray that I draw into a 2, a 7, or an 8. And that's my dot process. I drew a 7. I did draw a 7. So now I do have a Yakuman chance. probabilities are not high because one of the 8s are here, one of the 8 is cut, so there's no 8s left, and one of the 2 is cut. So there's 1 2 left that I can draw, and it is down here in this wall. I don't know if I'll be able to get to it. That was the thing, but I committed. I made a con. Somebody now has some extra door somewhere. I drew another 7, and now I'm thinking, I don't think I can toss again. Like, my reasoning was that I can't toss any of these tiles because I'm scared. The best thing for me to do is to just do a self con. No one can rob it. And but the thing is that I start opening up more dangerous tiles. That's the thing. But I con here. I drew the Dora, right? This was so dangerous. This 9 was so dangerous that someone happened to be waiting on a 9, not a cross lord or not a cross player. Yeah, but if they were, you know, I could have lost this game right here on this 9. But the chance at a Yakuman, I really wanted it. I drew another 9. I mean, good thing that the other one passed safely the first turn, so I wasn't afraid to draw it again. But I could have lost. I could have drawn away my entire lead on the last round before trying to go for a Yakuman when I'm in first place. Dumbest thing ever, but you don't really get much chance to do this, so I went for it. Yeah, I couldn't. We couldn't get to it. We couldn't get to this too. That was the saddest thing. But I was waiting on a Yakuman. But again, you didn't have to risk that. The funniest thing, everybody was in Tenpai. Everybody was waiting on he was waiting on 7s. He's waiting on 147. Yeah, this was the surprising part. I didn't realize that everyone was waiting in Tenpai. Again, see, could have lost. You see left player's hand. His hand is huge because of all the cons that we were doing. You know, are these all they? No, these are my tiles. But he is waiting on a 2. He is waiting on a 5 that I don't have. He's waiting on a 7. Yeah, he's waiting on a 7 that I took all the 7s from. But he had so many Doras. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy had the most insane hand because of these stupid cons, okay? Do not do this, right? If I lost, I probably would have cried. But I got lucky. I didn't lose. I had a chance to win from it. It didn't happen, but I had a chance. He drew the 2. He drew my 2. If he tossed it. No, why would you toss it though? There's no way you would toss it because you don't even have a winning tile like this anymore. But if only he did. He would have lost to both of us, which would have been funny. Yeah. So the game, yeah, there's another round. So there is another round. I am still in first place. What happens here? Let me close the hands again. I had a lot of honor tiles. Again, same logic. We don't want to play the hand. We do want to keep enough honor tiles to fold with, but we don't really want to play this hand. It is coming along, sort of. You have 1 shape, 2 shape, 3 shape, 4 shape. And then we got the green. Unlikely that we will get the last one because one already been tossed out, but we could use it to fold with later. Same thing for the north. That's why I'm keeping these 3 Toras, or these 3 honor tiles to fold with later. Yeah, I'm folding. Yep. A cross player called with a 3. I am folding with a 3. He tossed a 2. I'm going to toss a 2 next. Or the white, yeah. Both of these tiles are safe because he tossed it. Okay, 9. 9's the next safe tile. Green is safe against, yep. 9 I'm saving for later because I know it's safe against both of them. And he sumos. Big hand. Doesn't affect me too much, but you know, congrats to him. He climbed out of last place. He was on 1,000 points and he climbed out of last place, got to 3rd place, and then right player now becomes last place. Yeah. See, so when you have a big lead, do not take any risk. Yes, the game draws you Yakuman, and sometimes you guys gotta do it, but if I lost there, I would have cried, okay? So hopefully you learned something from that. And yeah, thanks for watching.